Okay guys, so today we're going to be talking about Malicious Birthright. As you know, competitive playlist next season is going to be rewarding this grenade launcher right here. It's got a lot of different quest steps involving you going into Crucible and getting a ton of nade launcher kills. So if you have not done the Nightfall Lake of Shadows, it's going on this week. I highly suggest getting in there and getting a God Roll Malicious Birthright. Now first up, what qualifies as a God Roll Malicious Birthright? Originally for me, I said something like quick draw, auto loading holster, proximity grenades, and anything to help with either blast radius or velocity depending on your masterwork. That's actually the role you see in today's gameplay, except I'm actually cycling between proximity grenades and spike grenades, which are both found on this weapon. Now proximity grenades, guys, grenades fired from the weapon have increased proximity detection. It's like nade launchers on training wheels for the most part, but it got nerfed a few weeks ago. And after playing today with it, I felt like proximity grenades, even though it was doing what the perk says it's supposed to do. It was detecting those targets within that proximity and detonating, and was doing damage. But understand, for these quest steps, guys, we need grenade launcher kills, which takes us to the other perk we were testing, spike grenades. Now spike grenades fired from this weapon do increased damage on direct hits. Now that damage value is actually 15 extra damage, as proximity does 179 plus 43 and spike does 184 plus 53. Now considering that both of those values is well above what Guardian's health is, proximity grenades would appear to be the better choice. It would be more forgiving as it has that increased detonation and detection. Wouldn't that be the better option? Guys, I don't know what is happening to proximity grenades. I feel like it was stupidly inconsistent. There was times that I know I made direct impact with my grenade launcher on proximity and it wouldn't kill them. Sometimes it would just outright tickle them, which is why about the second or third game, halfway through it, I decided to swap over to spike grenades just to give it a try. A perk that I felt like was more utilized for PvE. And I felt like at that point, the weapon's consistency went way up. Now there's two reasons for that. Number one, spike grenades, yes, it does increase blast radius, but understand Malicious Birthright, the blast radius is capped at 55 to begin with. So as you see here from the stats, these are the stats for blast radius and velocity with spike grenades. And then these are the stats here for something like proximity grenades for its blast radius and velocity. So not a huge difference here, which is why I originally felt that proximity grenades would have been the better choice. And it also kind of serves as training wheels for these nade launchers, as these nade launchers do require you to release your trigger finger if you want your nade to detonate, something you can avoid with something like proximity grenades. But despite that, I just felt like it was just way too inconsistent, which brought me to spike grenades. Now, spike grenades aren't perfect either, right? Like, you still have to be perfect in landing your shots or get really good at releasing that trigger finger for it to detonate. Which takes me to my conclusion on what is the best role you should be going for Malicious Birthright, specifically to get those grenade launcher kills next season. If you are going to be pairing a hand cannon, something like Not Forgotten or Luna's Howl, with your grenade launcher, then you need a grenade launcher with something like spike grenades, something to keep that blast radius super high and consistently will get those one-hit kills. Even though sometimes it can still be inconsistent, the fact is having that maxed out blast radius there at 55, getting a really good velocity, and if you get really good at releasing that trigger finger, you'll be able to rack up some nade launcher kills very fast, and simultaneously keep rocking a hand cannon to keep progressing in the competitive playlist, because despite getting all of these grenade launcher kills, you also still have to get to Fabled. Now, for my guys that are rocking something like Fighting Lion with Malicious Birthright, I've seen a lot of people already saying they want to go the triple nade launcher way. That's what I'm talking about. Triple nade launchers in competitive, I'm ready to see it. This is a scenario that you might possibly want to get a Malicious Birthright with proximity grenades. And the reason why I say that is so that you can get a shot off with Fighting Lion, do about half health, maybe around the 120 mark, immediately have a quick draw Malicious Birthright to swap over to it and land a shot. Doesn't have to be a direct shot, just enough to finish that opponent off. If you're gonna go the double nade launcher way, I feel like that can still be a setup for you. Again, proximity grenades wasn't something that I found that was reliably killing people in one nade shot, but it did definitely put some damage on enemies. And if you're already tuning them up with a fighting lion, then a proximity nade launcher like this can work. Now, me personally, getting to Fabled is going to be just as important to me as getting these grenade launcher kills. So I think I'm going to go the hand cannon nade launcher combo and just rely on spike grenades and landing direct impact shots with my nade launcher. Just get really good at landing those direct shots. Either way it goes, guys, you need to get this nade launcher. And the role that I'm actually going to be trying to grind for this week is rangefinder, quick draw, and spike grenades. That's actually going to be the role I'm going to be going for to rock with Not Forgotten. And what's so beautiful about all of that is those are 2 legendary weapons, which makes our power slot available for an exotic grenade launcher. And I know some of you thinking Colony. Oh no, baby. I'm talking about Prospector up in here. So fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching. And as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.